Countless. That's how we describe the time that we have spent in this reality. Eons, millennia, centuries, we have been here for a while. Looking for our purpose, we call our kind Nemos, which will be later known as Latin word for null or nothingness. Observer, judge, ruler. Some became rulers of empires, some adjudicators. I was the only one who resorted to becoming an observer. Nothing takes my interest, except for this one soul. This is the story on how a young man made me interfere with human life. Chapter 1. His name is Q. He is the second host to notice my presence. We see what our host sees. We experience everything that happens to them. But make no mistake, we feel no pain nor emotion related to their stimulus. It's like I am another consciousness at the back of his mind. When a host dies, we simply find another host in the labyrinth. The labyrinth is a place where all things are connected. It's like an infinite pathway for all things. Nemos are free to pick their host with only one restriction. We agreed not to pick a soul of a person who experienced death and then came back to life. The reason behind that is when the eye picked a resuscitated patient. The poor soul saw what the eye saw in all of my existence. Yes, he came back alive but almost went insane. Q is seeing a familiar scene. He has seen this event many times. This is the same dream that keeps on showing from time to time. There are two images of Q, one lying on the floor and the other one sitting on the former's chest. The latter holding a broken shard of glass and continuously slitting the throat of the first one. The sheer amount of blood dripping doesn't bother him anymore. He has been trying to understand what could be the meaning of his recurring dream. Or nightmare, even I. An entity who lived countless lives cannot explain what is happening to his mind. We Nemos cannot forget. We remember everything perfectly as if things happened seconds ago. I am sure as hell that this is the first time that I saw a dream like that. Q is an interesting kid. He likes the idea of helping others but hates people. He tries his best to avoid direct human contact. There was this time that a kid was lost in his workplace. I was waiting on what he will do when he suddenly uttered these words on his mind. I know you're watching. After I settle matters with this kid, show yourself in my dream. I have never been this excited before. Thrill sets in. A soul recognized me. It has been 67 years since a soul recognized my presence. Will this kid be able to handle the price, knowing our presence is a death sentence for them? Nemos agree that once the host knows about us, they will be given a gift. That night I gave him the perfect gift for him, a curse of seeing other people's dream. He will be an observer in a way, but there's a catch. Every time the host uses it, they lose their consciousness. This enables us to take over the body for a certain period of time. The first time Q used it was disastrous. He used it to a dying friend of his. He was overwhelmed on how vivid the scene was, as if he was the one experiencing the dream. He ended up all exhausted and then passed out. Of course, I didn't waste any time. This was my chance to take over. Labyrinth. I found him. I had to search for the first soul to recognize Nemos. He's a unique individual, if I may say. He didn't flip after he saw everything. Coming back to life was a bad thing for him. He got a lot of debt to pay, illness-stricken children, and a lot more unfortunate circumstances. I cannot imagine the agony of existing for so long. No friends, no family, no emotion. I am lucky in a way that I am not you. You are me, and I am you. I am an observer of things. I do not interfere, but as you have seen, being an observer is a curse. Just the mere fact of existing for all those time is a curse already. We normally give souls a piece of our gift. You didn't snap after seeing all those things, but instead of giving you something, I will take away a piece of you. I am taking away your ability to forget. You shall be given the curse of memory. Use it as you please. That was our first conversation. He was my first friend. I call him Z. Cafe. You shall be given the curse of memory. Those were the words that came out of Q's mouth. The old Chinese guy sitting across the table took a sharp look at him. Old friend, Z's voice is trembling. Jikyang, your name translates to strong-willed. It fits you perfectly. It has been 40 years since our last meeting. I never thought that I will see you again. 40 years. It's nothing. I am here to ask for a small favor. Anything for you, old friend.